You're like Twigo.
Me, rice, you chicken is crazy, dude.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 82 of the One Piece D&D Blotto Pirates campaign. We are in the Elat arc, finally, in the second episode. So let's go to our recap to figure out what the hell happened in episode 1 of this arc. Who's reading?
I got it.
Go ahead.
Birds flied, children cried. Most of the Blotto survived. On the massive island of Elat, a wily shipwright named Bang D Boom designed a ship that could sail on lava. Not far away, a conniving trickster named Joko Belnades swindled the giant residents of Or's village. His brother, a mink named Wildwood Viridian, collected tree sap on the outskirts of the village. He narrowly avoided a wayward arrow and reconvened with his brother in town. They, along with Boom, followed a turtle to fish up a bunch of drowned pirates, the remnants of the Blottos. Nursed back to health by a giant doctor, the pirates made new friends and focused on recovery. They all attended a town hall meeting where they learned that the island was in danger of being destroyed. A giant volcano sat underneath the island's central atom tree. Soon, the volcano would take the tree and the rest of Elat with it. Viridian and Boom offered differing solutions, while the crew learned that Boom's employer, Walla Bunyan, had sailed with Grandpa Yiga. The crew decided to explore the inner forest, wanting to investigate the tree and reunite with Murdoch's estranged father. Wary of the giant statues that had destroyed their ship, they must make every move with precision and focus. New recap, new arc, you know how it is. I received a lot of compliments on the Yiga art. Thank you to everyone that did that. And to anyone that didn't, you will be hearing from my lawyers. Alright. So we're back in Elat. We ended the last session with you guys at the town hall and then basically decided to party for a little bit. I believe Bang D Boom left to work on a leg for good old Kent after getting a small sum of money from Onya. I think Viridian also left, but I think you guys came to the consensus that you would take the night and rest for a little bit and then head into the forest. So yeah, I guess we'll pick back up on this big ass map. I will go to the next day, assuming you guys get a long rest after your partying and all that. Let me know now if there's anything that your character would be doing in like the night or in the early morning.
My character would be trying to create he'll be studying that sap he got from the acorn.
Alright. I think I'd put it on your on the dock.
Oh, you did? So I know what it is now?
You said what, Angel?
Does that mean I know what it is now?
Yeah, you identified it. I will say for that, you've like identified the plants and stuff within this area, but deeper inside the forest you haven't, because you haven't really been there yet.
All right. Then with the plants I do know, I'll try to think of like what's it called? A possible elixir I could make to give this forest the ability to withstand a volcanic eruption.
Alright. You take a couple hours, sit down with your notes, your codex, and start putting pen to paper, trying to come up with something. Give me a survival check. $21. Okay. With all the information on hand that you have, based on all your studies and all your prerequisite knowledge, you would come to the conclusion that this is like kind of an unprecedented case, at least in your books, a volcano being directly underneath a tree, even if it's one of an atom tree size, is basically a death sentence. But you've also heard of the legendary hardiness and strength of these treasure trees. So it's not entirely unbelievable that there's like a small set of it that's able to survive. And you get the feeling that you might be able to figure out some way for this tree to be able to adapt, or at least continue surviving in the form of saplings. But to come up with like a fully fledged hypothesis or plan of action, you're going to need to get there firsthand and probably conduct some tests.
All right.
Okay.
That is all Gradient will do.
All right. Born is trudging out to find some milk. You have difficulty walking by yourself. Would you ask anyone to carry you around?
I mean, I'll carry. No way.
Can y'all hear him?
See
Yeah,
you? Do you there?
yeah, it's lighting up green, but we can't hear you.
Who are we talking to?
Deal.
Oh,
Yo, you don't got to do the bit, man. Just say it.
Yeah, can I take him? Do I see him? Am I weak?
Yeah, I guess in the middle of the party, you will catch Born trying to like crawl off of the table and pick him up and take him where he needs to go.
Oh, buddy. All right. We'll get you the milk. No worries. I'll carry him like a piece of lumber or some shit. I assume he's still in a full body cast?
Yup.
Yeah, I'll carry him like that.
Alright. I'll ask for an investigation check from one of you guys to attempt to divine the location of this milk.
I'm waiting on my Roll20 to load on my phone because it crashed on my PC.
You know your investigation about it, because my shit don't know.
Nope, and I can't even check it right now.
Okay.
Kev, could you check what mine is?
It is a 0.
He has a better shot than me.
Yeah, will you roll it for me?
Damn.
15.
Alright. With a 15, you guys are like looking around, trying to identify something, anything. You will spot a kid, like a giant looking kid. At least like 20 feet tall. This kid is kind of just sitting in the corner on a barrel. They're like doodling on the walls with a paintbrush the size of your head. And just, making some cool looking art. And they've got this little carton of milk in one hand.
Yo, big child.
The kid will turn around, kind of splashing some milk at your feet.
Yeah.
I'll be like, hello.
You know that milk there? My friend need it.
No, I'm drinking it.
Where you get it from?
The market.
Market? Which way is that?
Outside, but it's closed. It's night.
Okay. Could you spare my friend some healing milk?
This is just regular milk.
Nah, surely it's healing milk. Look, I'll pay you. God, she has some money. Or is there different money here?
Mom?
Oh, the milk. A review, like, give me a little carton if you got extras.
Yeah, I'll go ask my mom. And has like a wary look as he climbs off his stool and scampers off.
Oh, he is oblivious. He's like, don't worry, Born. We'll get you your milk. I don't know why you want milk, but we'll get it to you. How's that sound? Right. You can't do it.
Okay. As you guys are waiting, striking conversation, looking around. You'll see that the party is raging. There's giants upending giant barrels of wine over each other's heads. People are throwing around food, throwing around insults. It seems to be a pretty raucous affair, but everyone seems to be having a great time. In fact, if you didn't look at it too closely, you wouldn't even notice that these guys are sitting on an island that's got a death sentence hanging over it. But if you do look a little bit more closely, you'll see some of the elders kind of gathered in corners with pensive looks on their faces, discussing things with one another. People drawing up plans. You'll see the chief, Skin Tone B, is going around talking to everyone, making sure they're in good moods and all that stuff. There's definitely a lot of shit going on. After some time, this kid will come running back, and there'll be like a waitress or like a maid of sorts, I guess. And they'll have these tiny little thimbles that are like the size of what they go up to like your waist. And they'll like pour a little bit of milk in there and offer you guys two bucketfuls.
I think. Yeah, do you want money for this?
Oh no, you're our guest. It's all right.
You're flattery. Have a good night.
You too. The kid will leave. The maid will leave, leaving you guys with just the milk.
Yeah, I'm dragging this right back to the party. I'm trying to party, bruh. Yeah, no problem, buddy. No problem. But I'll just wait. I'll just go back.
All right. You guys rejoin the party, milk in hand. You are sipping it through the night, Born, and it is a very painful night. You are pretty fucking exhausted, but you will feel your strength returning to you bit by bit as you drink this nurturing, powerful milk. I will say, for the purposes of your nurtured mindset, you can get an inspiration, but for the extreme toll that your body has gone through, roll me like a 1d100. All right. I will say your your con score will decrease by 2 temporarily. Who knows how long? So you are back in fighting shape, but you feel yourself. There's like a piece of you missing, whether it's physical, mental, or a combination of the two. As you're, regaining your strength, the party is going on around you. I believe Bang D Boom went out to go do something. You said something, Pete?
Oh, well, I was just saying I'm working on Kent's leg.
All right. While the party is raging, Born, you make your way back to Walla Bunyan's place. You've got your tools scattered here and there. And like in the next room over where the ship is supposed to be, you'll hear like bangs and booms and scratches and nails and pencil on paper and pencil on wood. It seems like Walla Bunyan is also planning to work through the night. Yeah. Give me a... Well, I guess I should ask, what's your plan with this leg?
Basically, I'm just gonna fashion it to where he can shoot like a smaller harpoon out of it, because they say he likes to use harpoons. So basically, I'm gonna put like a barrel inside and a mechanism like towards the top, and a little cover for the bottom, so when he wants to, he can shoot a harpoon. But I'm just gonna add an extra little, maybe not necessarily intentionally, but also kind of intentionally, just a mechanism that, if it fails, may cause the leg to self-destruct.
What?
Yeah. Because I heard him saying he was trying to rob me. And also, Onya gave me extra money to add a prank, and what would be funnier than just your leg blowing up on you out of nowhere?
No, yeah, that is hilarious. So yeah, with a devious look on your face, you begin to install a self-destruct feature. Give me a engineering check, Arcana check.
Okay. I'm fighting against jump gate right now, so give me 1 second.
Fighting against roll 20 for you can use intelligence. I'll say DC is a 17.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna cast guidance on myself. And let's see.
Alright, good shit. You are able to quickly and cleanly whip up this leg. Well, I guess not really that quick. It's going to take you the whole night to get it done. And it'll cost you approximately 200,000 berries worth of materials and equipment that you get from, Walla, all that shit. But yeah, at the end of it all, you will have this leg that really just needs to be attached, and it should be good to go.
Okay.
It does have this built-in misfire property, which will maybe come into play. Who knows? But yeah, you finish up the job, kind of wipe some sweat off your brow with a satisfied look as the sun begins to peek over the horizon. Was there anything anyone else was doing throughout the night, or are we moving on to the morning?
Yeah, Joko wanted to ask where the bathroom was, and then head over there.
All right. They'll kind of point you towards the bathrooms. I guess like outhouses probably would be best. They're obviously way bigger than anything you're used to.
All
I
right.
don't even want to imagine the visual.
So, like, once he's out of sight, he'll, well, do I need to make a sneak check to, like, be hidden, or can I just find a place in this big-ass area where I'm not going to be noticed?
Yeah, you're good.
All right, then, yeah, he'll just go into an area that's kind of secluded, like, behind a box or something. And then he'll, like, reality will kind of distort for a second. He'll pop out of existence and into his own dimension.
All right, the world stretches and squeezes around you as you extract yourself from this reality and into another one. You will find yourself in a place that you've seen a couple times before, soulless and lifeless, as if everything is frozen in time and moving in slow motion. You can drop your token like the bottom left. But there's like these massive stone pillars all over the place as far as the eye can see. You've spent some time exploring this place, but there's never been anything more than just a barren wasteland. The sky above is like this mottled, dark gray color. There's very little texture to it. It kind of feels suffocating. Other than that, there's really nothing of interest in the area. And so you decided to make some things of your own interest. There are various huts and structures dotting this place. And at the top of one of these columns is this a huge tower that looks, pretty sturdy, if not a little bit empty and lonely.
All right. Yeah. So he's just gonna pop around a bit, just teleporting up these steps. He never really built stairs because he never saw the need for it.
All right, you jump around, checking, making sure everything is where it should be. Eventually, you'll arrive at the doors of this big ass tower.
Home sweet home. And he'll pop on in, see his bedroom, got his bathroom upstairs. Just got his little 2-story place here. Wander up the stairs, checking on shit. I mean, like, not really worried about it because most people can't get in here.
Oh, nice little apartment, nice little studio. As you head up the stairs into your bedroom area, we'll say you got like your 4-poster bed, dresser, all that stuff. You will see a certain someone sitting on the balcony. A person that you've seen before, someone that you first met when you came here. Kind of like a shadowy wisp of a figure, not really human, but almost like a fleeting memory They're kind of like shuddering, kind of glitching in and out of existence as they're sitting on a balcony. And they'll turn to you, and it'll be kind of like, have you seen Full Metal Alchemist with the truth or the homunculus or whatever? Just like a black ball with nothing but a wide-toothed grin.
No, but I can see it. Cheshire Cat, but with a black sphere behind it.
Yeah, something like that. They'll turn to you, and then like this garbled voice, be like, "Welcome home, sweetie."
Jinx, what are you doing up? Have you just been waiting this entire time?
I live here. You left me. I've been rotting here for weeks. When's the last time you came to visit?
Weeks? It could not. Oh, it has been that long. As he like pulls out checks the calendar and like, oh, X8. Oh yes. Sorry about that, Jinx. You know, I got into that trouble. We faced that thunderstorm and then that heat wave, and I had to send you back here. If you could take a little bit of high temperatures, then maybe we wouldn't be in this. But anyways, I've gotten to this new giant island.
You made it.
Yes, we made it to Elat in Viridian.
Is it as big as they say?
Oh, everything is giant. It is quite a pain. I'm having to, vanish here and there and everywhere. Anyways.
Have you conquered it yet?
No, I have not conquered it.
What about those tricks you were gonna run? Take all their money piece by piece. How much do you have?
I collected a fair bit of gold.
Nice.
No, they use odd money here. I heard one person calling it $1, but I'm sure it will convert into berry.
I think I've heard of those. Listen, is it hot there? Is there like fire? Is there lightning?
No, you will be fine.
Well, then take me out, man. I want to see it.
Come along, Jinx. You will be fine.
Oh yeah.
Listen. We take over places by helping the people. We build the resources here, and then we help the people. Then they will want us to rule them. Yes?
Yeah. But sometimes people don't know what they want. You got to give it to them for them to realize.
Exactly. We will give them everything they need. You don't.
Yes.
Maybe we take it from one place, we put it in another, but they will get what they need.
Yes. That crown, it looks good on you. It looks real good.
All right. Well, to win their favor, we are going to have to face quite the colossal threat. So I think it is time to get ready for the show. No?
Anything you need, I got you, Choco. Let's do this.
All right. He'll reach out his arm and let Jinx kind of creep up it. He'll kind of disappear into his clothes and circuits, but it all fades to a darker shade. But after that, Joko's just gonna sit down, trying to concentrate for a bit, crossing his legs and shit. And then he's gonna start trying to open little holes to other dimensions, and then containing them and holding them there just for a bit. And essentially what this is mechanically going to do, I'm going to cast a bunch of spells, and then they're just going to stay there.
All right.
So I also have this thing called customized creativity. I get to use it 3 times a day, and it gives me some sorcery effects basically. So I'm going to use 2 of those while casting Fireball to make it a sculpt spells. That'll make it not hit my allies, and then I'm also changing the fire type to necrotic damage because I can't be using fire out here.
Nice.
And then I'm going to use another one to cast haste, but that's going to be twinned, so I can cast it on 2 people if they're in range. I'm going to cast 1 spirit dance. I'm going to cast 2 darknesses, and invisibility, and a good berry.
All right.
And yeah, I just dump all my spells, and then it's basically full, and all of, like I've reached my absolute limit, and I'm like straining myself at my max. It's requiring like all of my concentration to get these up, so I can't get any more. And yeah, they're just like a whole bunch of spirals that, like, if you look through them, it's like some other dimension that's like either like it's kind of like roiling in different types of energy. You know what I mean?
Yup. You will have these portals dancing around you. I'm imagining like what's that dude? The dude from Fate, the one with all the weapons. But yeah, you're Gilgamesh, yeah. You're like creating these portals around you, and there'll be like tendrils of darkness that crawl out of one, which will quickly shut. There'll be roaring infernos that you shift and mold into something else entirely. There'll be like screams. I guess they kind of sound human. As you like quirk an eyebrow, it'll just turn out to be screams of wind of a whole nother place. But one by one, you kind of collect these things, power and energy thrumming all around you. And exhausted, the last thing you kind of feel is a voice in your head that's been like sitting beside you, augmenting all your actions as you're doing everything. And now as you succumb to unconsciousness, it'll be like, yes, the power, yes, we are almighty. And then you will find yourself.
Be quiet so we can sleep.
You will pass out. And yeah. Can you sleep in here? Is that a thing or no?
Yeah, I built a house and everything.
I bet. Did that work?
So I just go downstairs and sleep until it's morning, and then pop back out.
All right. Then yeah, you spend your night in solitude. Although you do have a good friend. Anyone else doing anything during the day or in the early morning?
Yeah. Anya was going to act like during the party. She was going to leave early and rest. I have it that she like even though her wound through the stomach was perfectly healed by Azrael, she still feels like a phantom sense, like as if the injury was still there.
Mm-hmm. Phantom pain.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So she went to rest early, and through the night she basically had a dream which basically was a repeat of what happened in the cover story with her.
Tossing and turning in bed, you will have a nightmare of a 6-armed fishman doing open brain surgery on you with no anesthesia. It is painful, torturous, and entirely unsettling. And you awaken in a cold sweat. I guess you'll be back in that doctor's office. You can feel like your body is healing. It's almost back to new, but your mind is scattered all over the place. You know, the screams of Azraels are kind of living in the corners of your memory. It is very, very strange, very, very unsettling. But you know, you're no stranger to bad memories. So as you wake up in the morning, this doctor will give you the once over, and then it'll be like, good to go.
Thank you, sir.
He'll go back to what he was doing, and you will head out, I guess, with the others. I'm assuming no one else is doing anything. We will have you guys reconvene. I guess we could have you reconvene in the doctor's house. Everyone can get a long rest. And yeah, recharge. We will say it is about 10 in the morning when you guys all reconvene. I think that's right. Oh yeah, the turtle is gone at this point, I guess.
All right.
We set out for this tree when these other guys here. Are they here? Oh, there's something right there.
I'm gonna just like knock on the door, like, hey guys.
What's up?
How y'all
Boom.
feel? Yeah, it's boom. You don't have to say it with a question mark. It's boom.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, pretty good.
You'll go walk in right behind him.
But
Okay.
yeah, I mean, I
Greetings.
dropped my leg because I got that leg you guys paid for.
Oh, so that. Thank you for that.
Did you sleep well? Are you ready to get to some fighting?
That's right. Wait, what?
That's good to
I'm
eat.
gonna go over to Kent.
Alright, you will go over to Kent. You will see that he is like passed out, snoring. Murdoch, he spent pretty much the entire night crying on your shoulder over misery. So you didn't really have that much of a good time. But he is like
Shut the fuck
reeking
up,
of
Kent.
alcohol.
Shut the fuck up, Kent. I thought you said you'd do it again.
I'm gonna like
man. She loved me, Murdoch. I swear.
I'm gonna like tap him on the head with the leg that I made for him.
Wait.
Like, hey, like rise and shine, man.
Oh,
Oh man,
oh man, that's not a face I want to see in the morning.
I wanted to put the leg on while he was sleeping.
Well, I think. Well, I kind of need him to be awake so I can tell him how to use it. You know.
I'm sure.
Oh, is that my leg?
Yeah.
It's your leg.
But
you're a good man.
You
What's your name?
Onya paid for the crafting, but there is a 200,000 berry installation fee that I am gonna have to get from Kent.
Are you serious?
I love this guy.
Look, it's okay. I can put it on your tab. Don't worry about it too much right now. Let's get the leg on. I just had to let you know before I snap this.
And oh yeah, Anya's gonna ask Bang. Sorry if I assist. I'm the doctor.
Oh, yeah. By all means, I'm here just to kind of make sure he knows the ins and outs of using the thing.
All right.
You guys working in tandem are able to outfit Kent with this leg, and it'll be kind of like bouncing on experimentally a little bit. Pause, and then it'll be like.
That's insane.
Oh yeah, this feels right. How the hell did you know how long my calves were?
Look, this is my first.
I measured it.
He's leg curious.
Well, it seems like some people around here actually don't hate you, so you should be grateful for that. But look, I installed they told me to use harpoons, so I installed a mechanism. It'll let you shoot a harpoon out of there. It is retractable.
Holy shit.
It is retractable, so it's got a wire or a cable connected to it, but it's only going to go out about. I didn't talk with you about this before, Kev. Is 30 feet okay?
Yes. Where?
Okay.
How do I like? Is there a button somewhere?
Yeah. Well, see, it's actually the actuation is done by the positioning of your knee. And I'll kind of walk him through it. It's like, see, I do it. I got like 3 or 4 guns on mine. You just have the one. So all you got to do, and I'll kind of show him like how he can activate it. But I wouldn't use this as my main mode of attack.
So I just kick, and then a harpoon comes out. Holy shit! This is like some quantum shit, man. You will experimentally kick, and a harpoon will jump out of his leg and attach itself to the wall with a loud thunk. And I'm like, holy shit, guys! God, I'm like Ingrid, but better. This is amazing.
Yeah.
All right.
And you can add extra cable for longer distance, down the line for a nominal fee, of course. But you just got to come see me.
Just put it on my tab, man. Listen, can you put like a flamethrower on this thing?
So your tab doesn't run that long. And I'll kind of show like the cannon I have on mine. It's like, look, this took me years to make. It's got a cannon, a revolver, a blunderbuss, all built into one.
Listen, that's cute and all, but that's like the prototype, and mine is like the real deal. So I think you should focus your efforts into my thing. we could really go the distance with it. Let's start like a joint company, you and I. Call it like 2 legs or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll handle the front end, you handle the back end.
You know,
One foot in front of
He
the other.
can't help himself.
you know, I like to keep my operation pretty lean, so I'm gonna pass. But enjoy the leg.
Appreciate it, man. What was your name? Boot? This is a hell of a leg.
Boom. It's boom.
Where? Oh, right. Yeah, okay.
Oh yeah, don't worry. I'm sure that'll resonate more with you one day. But yeah, boom it is.
Hey,
But
Cap, we gotta get this guy on the crew, man. He's like a genius.
well,
We gotta find everybody first.
I was gonna pose something by you, Mister. What was it? Yiga.
Yiga. Man, what's everybody's names?
I'm sorry. Hey, look, the first time I'm bad with names, but the second time I won't forget. Now, I heard you mention before that you had some Barnowski fellas building your ship, and just to be honest with you, I can't in good conscience let you go through with that all the way. I'd be happy to do an inspection, nominal fee, of course. But beside the point, just to make sure you're not wasting precious material like Adam would. The Giants are pretty serious about that. So,
I mean, the Brawlers are good. They're good people. But I mean,
well, yeah. So there's a difference between good regionally and world renowned. From where I come from, there's just a different level of standard. Not to be braggadocious or anything like that. It's really just I've seen a lot of people mistakenly try to venture into rough waters with something they just got out of the blues, and if you care about the people with you, you definitely want it to be to a certain standard. So just offering the service, because I don't know where I'm going after this giant island goes up in flames.
well, I mean, we're gonna try to stop that, right? But
Ain't nothing going in flames.
Right. Yeah, we definitely gonna try to stop it, but it's good to think about the future. And to be honest, it's a pretty big volcano. So not that I don't trust your scientific prowess over there, Mister Deer Man, but
Please refrain from calling me a deer, man.
my apologies. Like I said, I'm bad with names on the first one, so I was just going over what I saw.
This is your
But
second
yeah.
time.
but look, you did sickness and all, so I might have to take you up on that offer. Well, let's just everybody stretch, get everything they need, get ready.
Yeah, I got to go back to working on this here lava ship, I think. Oh wait, were we already working on that, or is that what I'm about to go do now? Oh no, I have to go meet that dude.
Rich ass dude that had a bunch of materials that could potentially be used.
Okay. Well, yeah, I gotta go find this guy. I don't really know where he's at, so I gotta ask around, or ask what was her name, Walla.
Yeah, I gotta visit her before we shit.
Yeah, I'll show you where Walla's at if you need to talk to her. That's the boss lady.
Hell yeah. Anyone wanna tag along? Feel free. You just
Where
don't
we going?
Sure.
to the ship yard or ship, please. Ship.
Yeah, we're going to go see Walla.
Can't
And
be worse
there's a
than
little
listening to
something I
Ken's
got to pick up
whining.
from my. There's a little something I got to pick up
Agreed
from my
there,
work.
Murdoch.
So as they're walking, Joko will jog up to Yiga. You're like,
Well-
so Yiga, tell me, where's the rest of your crew?
Well, one of us is MIA right now. I was actually thinking of looking for him while we're on the way, but everybody, you see everybody here. This is well, actually,
No.
some of us are on last camp. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, not everybody's here.
There's no way you forgot about Vasily, Captain.
No, I didn't forget about him.
I mean, Vasily, Krim, Tua.
No, I was just thinking about everybody here now. You know what I mean? Like, now.
Yeah, I will say real quick, speaking of NPCs, Tua will tag along. The Finch is going to fly around to, do some study. And Kent is going to go fishing. So you guys will be on your own for a bit. Or they'll be on their own, I should say.
Kent's gonna go fishing with his new leg.
Yup.
So we don't get to see it when he nap fails.
Nope.
Damn.
The crew my brother mentioned, it was quite larger than this. You seem to be missing 4 or 5 fellows.
Yeah, just about that, you know. Maybe three? Yeah, three.
3 and 1 missing in action. Well,
Damn, what happened to you guys to where you're missing that many people? That's a lot.
You must talk. Damn.
Listen, there's something about giant rocks falling out of the sky that just doesn't seem to jam pretty well with our crew.
That's fair enough. That's a pretty common struggle, I think.
Rocks.
A common struggle. You should take better care of your crew.
I mean, if I had a nickel, if I had a berry for every time it happened, I would have 2 berries, but it's still weird that I have 2.
Wait, what's the first time it happened?
Ingrid got killed by a meteor. If that's not a rock falling from the sky, I don't know what it is.
Fair.
Valid point.
Good catch.
As I take him to go see Walla, I'm gonna where is it? I'm gonna point him in the direction, and then I'm gonna run back to my workshop real quick and grab something.
All right. You guys can split off, do anything you want to do in town, but anyone that's going to the shipyard can drop their tokens. I guess like somewhere around here.
Up top.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. You will see Walla, a 1-woman army. She's or I guess she'll have her kids with her too. The 2 giants that you guys saw. That picked you guys up.
I didn't do it, but Onya does follow behind, even though she's not with the group.
All right. Yeah. They'll be like hard at work on this ship. Kind of, they're like constructing different models essentially to try and figure out the best way to sail on lava. But as you guys make your way over, Walla will perk up, be like, well. If it ain't our treasured guests of honor. Pirates who don't want to say they're pirates. The rat catchers.
Damn, Skippy.
What can I do for you?
Wait, we're rat
Son of
catchers
Yiga.
too, Murdoch?
That's the headline I gave them. Yeah.
What is this rat catcher business? Where does this come from?
I don't know why my mind tends to go there when I have to improvise.
Fair.
When we infiltrated the Hagen Castle, that's what we were. We were rat catchers, extraordinaires, and apprentice.
How high up is this thing right here?
Like 30 feet.
30 feet. Total speed. Oh, fuck it. I'll just try to climb. Try to get up here.
She'll be like, so are you Yiga's kid, or does he have another kid that had a kid? What's going on?
No, man. I'm his grandson.
How's he doing?
He's old.
Aren't we all? Aren't we all?
I mean, he's old, but he was spry like a chicken last time we saw us. He floored all of us.
Oh, that was a fluke. A fluke, I say.
It was a long time ago, too, yeah.
He in the West Blue?
Yeah, you know West.
Carno?
Yup.
Don't tell me. He started up that dojo he kept talking about.
Yup.
Wow. Time flies. I got a family. Captain's got a dojo of his own. She'll kind of be lost in in memories a little bit. Gaze going a little bit distant.
Yeah, forget all that stuff. I'm gonna point a finger. You got one of them scrolls?
Nope. I never gave a damn about the scrolls. Me nor my brother.
Rats. Shit. Well, what was it like?
Sailing in the Grand Line.
Yeah.
There's the best. There's also the worst. All those people that go out there for adventure, if they don't got the heart to back it up, they don't got the grit to back it up, they can't pick themselves up by their bootstraps and go to war against a raging storm. They don't belong out there. The sea is showing that. You understand? You got to be prepared. Every inch of you has to be prepared.
Were you there when the old man ran into Girth?
Who the hell is Girth?
You'll see, like, for a brief moment, there'll be like a fucking, her face will go white, and all of her bravado will kind of whatever. It'll all just bravado, yeah. It'll all just evaporate. But she'll collect herself. She'll, how the hell do you know that name?
The old man. He has an assistant with him. He slipped a word about it to me. I've been gathering breadcrumbs about him ever since when I can. Seems like quite the threat, and apparently he's still out there.
Girth, he ain't a threat. He's a force of nature. They call him the Forever Man. If you cross the Grand Line one too many times, then he'll find you. That's when your time's up. I don't know where he came from or what his goal is. We ran into him once when we were sailing. It was near the Florian Triangle. It was terrifying. Terrifying. Wiped the floor with the crew in an instant. Killed almost a third of the people on the ship.
Well, how does he determine if you've traveled the Grand Line one too many times?
Nobody knows. Nobody knows.
Did he?
I think it's the longer you survive. No. He killed indiscriminately. The longer you survive on the Grand Line, the higher chance you have of running into him. He's that old. It's an old wives' tale. People come up with legends about him. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk. Just pray that you never run into him. And if you do, well, the only way we got out was bargaining.
Well,
gave up our best drink.
One last question. One last question then about him, and I'm leaving you alone with it, because it's going to help us determine if we have to run into him or not. But did he have any of the scrolls?
No. We only ran into one group that was chasing the scrolls. Well, only one group that was chasing them seriously. A group of pirates from Wano, led by a man called Zaibatsu.
At this point, I'll be walking back from a workshop just to hear the end of this.
Well, hopefully Kirk won't be a problem then, Captain. No scrolls, no need.
Yeah. How big will probably be? Yeah, nothing's forever, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, listen. He's forever. But if you're chasing the scrolls, then you might want to keep an eye out for that army. So I'll pull out a piece of paper and crudely sketch something, showing you guys what looks to be like a Jolly Roger of a fist bursting through like a circle. Born, I think you were the only one that would recognize this thing. This same symbol was on the chest in the Sky Island where you found one of the scrolls. I think it almost blew up or something, but you briefly saw it on the top of the chest before you opened it and found the scroll.
That was on Lee Taiguai. That was on the chest. The spirit dude I was talking to when we were up in the sky.
The hell are you talking about?
You remember where we found the scroll cap? And I told you that I was talking with someone. This symbol was on the chest.
But where? Hold up. Where is some what?
You Bourne's kid.
Yeah, I'm Sky.
Nice to meet you. You know, one time I tried picking the wings off of Bourne. See if they were fake. I never found an answer to that question. Are they fake?
They were. He's a human. My mom's a Birkin.
Then why the hell do they have wings?
I don't know.
Wings?
Cosmetics?
Oh yeah.
Weird.
If I had
a weird guy.
wings, I mean, I'd try to find some cool wings and wear them. You know what I'm saying?
Hell of a drinker, though. I'll say that. Anyway, I gotta get back to work. You kids, have a good time. If you see my brother or my husband out there, tell them that they need to get their asses home. Oh, and you, boom. You talked to Lord Soros yet?
Oh no, I was actually just coming to ask you. Where's he at?
Northeast of town. Big ass building. Go there. It's an ornate house. And after that, I want you to head to the tree. Take some readings, try and figure out what the best way to enter is. Ideally, we want a hole big enough that we can get the entire ship through. But we don't want to damage the structural integrity of the tree. Not that we really can, to be honest. Just get out there and take a look at it, all right? I want you to take a look at it. With how small you are, you shouldn't have any problems with the statues.
I mean, you didn't have to add that last part, but yeah, I'll definitely go take a look. But I mean, if it's about to be blown up by a giant volcano, we can't like modify the structural integrity like a little bit, you know? Because we're gonna need a pretty big ship. I don't know if you guys realize, but you're not very small.
Yeah, I realize that. Listen, it's not about breaking a hole. It's about breaking the right hole. We don't want to, make the tree start listing over, especially if we make too big of a hole. Not to mention, there's lava coursing through the capillaries and everything of the tree right now. We puncture the wrong spot.
I'm still working on I'm still working on the whole lava proofing thing, but it's atom wood, so it should be okay.
Mm-hmm. That's what you hope.
Yeah, like I said, I'm still working on it. Just
Hey, no pressure. It's not like we're gonna die or anything.
Right. No pressure. But okay. Well, I guess I'll go check out this dude in the Northeast, and hopefully he's got what I need.
All right. Joko, you split off to find an umbrella. What the fuck? Give me an investigation, I guess. Viridian walks towards the forest.
All right, investigation.
All right. You will find several umbrellas, but they are all. How tall are you?
6'2", I think.
Yeah, they're all above. They're all like 10 feet, around 10 feet, around 8 to 10 feet. You'll see a couple, merchants and stuff. No one's really selling weapons, but people are selling knickknacks, antiques, things like that. That are all supersized.
What were those umbrellas made out of?
Wood and cloth, leather, I guess.
Wood and cloth. Okay, I might be able to make use of this. Wait, aren't there normal-sized people here at all? Or
there are.
How's the scenery a little bit?
In the middle of the day, it is people-wise. It's we'll say it's 80% people over 20 feet, 10% people or 15% people between 15 and 20 feet, and then you'll see the occasional human walking around, or a smaller sized giant. But these humans will all be with giants or other large people. It seems like they're able to live in coexistence, but they definitely need a helping hand with most things.
All right, I feel the vibes. All right, shoot. Let me just see if there's any iron around, scrap construction materials,
Yeah, you will see a bunch at the shipyard area where everyone's at.
Oh, there a big nail there. It's one big nail.
Yeah, you can find one big nail.
All right, can I try and sneakily absorb it?
Yeah, give me a sleight of hand.
All right.
Also DC 16.
All right, let's see. No!
Oh no.
Oh wait, hold up. A 1 is kind of not good. I feel like I can make this. I'm gonna use an inspiration because I want my big nail.
All right.
So sleight of hand again.
No way. That's a 1 in 400 chance.
Damn.
Okay.
Damn.
I was meant to make a big loud noise with this nail. I don't know what's gonna happen. Okay, let it be.
You're like you're looking around, looking left and right, making sure no one's in sight, and then you reach forward, kind of like open up your coat to try and suck this thing into you. But there'll be like a loud burping sound from inside of the portal, and rather than sucking it in, you'll kind of push yourself forward as you expel some wind or some force or something. These guys will be in the middle of their conversation. I guess Walla will just have finished talking to Bang, and you guys will see Joko like rocketing past you guys, a burst of wind, propelling him straight into a bunch of wood and spare metal and cloth and stuff like right next to you guys. With a huge bang and a clatter, there'll be like wooden planks, all types of rubble just falling on him. Walla will be like, "What the hell was that? Was that one of you? What just happened? You all right there, buddy?"
I didn't do anything.
I am sorry, man. I'm a fellow engineer. The experiment, it went off badly. I very apologize. I was just trying to transport it back to my lab, and he's just like waffling out the wazoo.
She'll kind of like pick you up by your ankle, and you'll be like dangling upside down in front of her face. And she'll kind of squint at you. She'll be like, "You weren't trying to take one of my nails, were you?"
Oh, take one of your nails? No, I would never dream of taking one of your nails. You need the nails to construct your beautiful ship that will save your people. I would not dream of doing anything so heinous. You see, I am here to help. I make mistakes, but I am testing things out constantly. Actually, I was working on something that may interact with the lava. You see the explosive results from it.
I'll ask for a deception check. Say DC 15.
Alright, let's see. I believe in the heart of the cards. No! Wait. Do I have anything? Do I have I have nothing.
She'll be squinting at you, and then she'll be like, "Listen, buddy, I heard about you. You were the one in town, right?" And she'll kind of start like shaking you a little bit up and down. She'll be like, you took a good bit of money off of the fellow residents here in Elat. If I shake you enough, are some berries gonna fall out? What do you think?" And she starts shaking you.
Those were fair games, man. Please set me down.
I want to play a game. How hard do I have to shake you for some berries to fall out? I gotta replace those materials.
Ma'am, I don't think. Please stop. You have shaken me quite enough.
She'll stop and kind of drop you near the others. She'll be like, "I don't want to see you around here anymore. I don't like the look of you."
Certainly, ma'am. You will never see me around here ever again. See me. That is. I bid you good day. And he'll like literally just teleport way the hell over here.
Oh, on my way out, I'm just gonna pass by Yiga real quick and just ask, like, so you guys are really going into the forest with them right now?
Yup.
Okay. Well, I mean, just keep your head out. He seems like a nice enough guy, but look, I've seen my fair share of scammers around here, so.
But I scammed once or twice, you know what I'm saying? But,
yeah, but you don't want to get scammed. You know, who hasn't scammed a little bit here and there? You know what I'm saying? But you don't want to get scammed. So, like I said, keep your eye out.
Noted.
All right. Well, I gotta go find this guy. You guys, be safe in the forest, and hopefully we'll have a fireproof ship when you get back.
No.
All right. Onya, you split off from the group. Oh no, you said you came back. You're there. Okay. Viridian, you head off to the forest. Are you just anything in particular that you're doing, or are you just getting a head start?
Our character's getting a head start.
All right. You begin marching into the forest, and it's pretty easy to tell where to go. It's a big ass tree in the distance. So we'll say that you have a little bit of a head start, and we'll say that the group will follow after you. Yeah, you guys head into the forest of this massive giant island. Do I have a? Yeah, I don't think I do. Gotta be something. No, I can't do that. I'm running out of maps, bro. It's tragic. Alright, we'll just theater mind it. Or maybe I can do... Maybe I can do something like that. Alright, give me a second.
Bro, damn. The cursed floor.
I didn't think I'd get ragdolled in my second session.
Nah, that shit was...
I mean, it was kind of your fault, though, you know.
Oh, absolutely. But that's the thing, is he is proven right. It's in my character's mind that they can get out of any situation. They did.
But see how you felt with that double crit fail? That's what I was saying earlier.
Dude, that was crazy. I was like, okay, this is meant to happen. I have something I could have re-rolled again, but I was like, nah, this is meant to happen.
I gotta charge it to the game.
All right, Viridian, you will have a head start, so you will be the first one. As you're making your way through the forest, it's kind of like a regular sized forest, but as you get deeper and deeper in, the trees will get taller and larger, and the floor will become darker and darker. You make your way through. You know, you're keeping an eye out for anything. I guess give me a perception check.
All right. I could use my passive. What's my passive? My passive is an 18.
All right. With an 18, you are keeping an eye peeled. Anything in particular that you're looking for?
Herbs, plants, a flower, anything that I haven't seen before.
All right. Okay. I'll ask for a nature check then, or a survival check. Your call.
It's the same thing either way.
Okay, with a 14, you don't really spot anything in particular that you haven't seen before. Seems like pretty standard stuff, but certain things are in a larger quantity, I will say, as you're making your way through. Give me a... actually, I'll say you do spot something that you recognize. Let me pull up your thing real quick. Alright, cool. You will spot kind of little shrub, kind of near a tree. It's got this stringy green color, but at the very ends of it, there is like a brilliant orange color, and you can feel a faint heat radiating off of this thing. You would recognize it as what would I call it? Hot herb, a simple plant that can be harvested. It has some peculiar properties, so I will let you harvest it if you want.
Yeah, my character will.
Alright, herbalism tools. It is, what is it? Strength is the attribute. The DC is 10.
I got 13.
Good shit. Alright, roll me a 1d2.
Oh, 1.
Alright, you will get a single gram of hot herb. You can add that to your sheet. And yeah, I will say with the progress that you're making, it is kind of slowed as you're not beelining straight to the tree. So after a couple hours of trekking, the others will eventually catch up to you.
Where would I put my token?
You can drop it anywhere. It doesn't really matter. I guess you would see it first, and then the others will like come across you as you're seeing it. But there will be like a string, a line of hardened magma seeping over the edges of the forest. You didn't really see it before, but as you get deeper and deeper inside, you'll start to notice the air is a lot warmer. It's a little bit more dry, and you're starting to see these strange rock formations that really have no place in a forest. As you're kind of poking and prodding, the rest of the crew, anyone else that came along, NPC wise, I guess 2-0 would come along. Actually, 2-0 stayed back. She's doing some other shit. We'll say she has no interest in the tree. And I'll say Finch also stayed back. She'll be like, she's had enough of big trees. Kent is still gone fishing, quote unquote. But yeah, the rest of you guys can drop your tokens as you guys all kind of get a moment away from the giant village, away from civilization. It's just all you guys in the deep forest.
Hey,
Big dog.
wait, guys! I just gotta head into the woods for. Listen, guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm terrified of the toilets here. They are giant.
Why are you terrified of the toilet?
Because they're giant and they're filled with water. If I fall in the toilet while I'm taking a shit, I'm dying there because none of you are going to come save me. And I feel like dying in a fucking shitter is the worst thing ever. So I'm going to go take a shit in that forest for a couple minutes. Don't worry.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm not diving into a toilet to save you. Sorry, Murdoch. You're cool and all, but
You just hear
No.
from into the
I
bushes.
agree.
Totally understandable.
I agree that these giant toilets are untenable, but he is quite uncivilized for going and shitting in the woods, no?
he's part cat.
Very
Mm.
understandable.
That would make sense then.
Believe me,
brother.
believe me, I'd
Where
rather a
have you
giant
been?
sandbox, but there's none around.
Sambo, what a filthy man. Viridian, how have you been?
I've been well. Found a hot herb. Quite exciting.
What's that? Can I cook with it?
No. Well, I can. I don't know about you. I don't know what set of skills you have.
Culinary and fighting.
Wits.
Mostly fighting.
Culinary.
Yeah.
You'll see him shrug. I don't know. Never tried it.
You've never cooked before?
Your first
My
question
brother-
was, could you cook with the hot herb?
Yeah.
You tell me you do culinary cook. I don't know. I've never tried that.
Well, most herbs, they can be either used in medicine or to add flavor. Sometimes some herbs can be used for both.
I'll use it for something more than just medicine.
My brother, he cooks more akin to, that famous cook, Yalta White.
Yeah. That's crazy. Don't compare
A
me to
different
that.
kind of cook,
That man wasted his talents. Could have done more.
Oh, but when you got your hands on his stuff, it was quite a good time. Hey, brother?
You'll see him rub his nose and be like, what? It sure was.
Damn, bro. Y'all got it like that? That's how they getting down? Okay.
How do you think a guy ends up wearing clown makeup 24/7?
You know what? This sort of makes sense.
So far,
Anyway, Viridian would try to solve, what's it called? Not solve, but investigate this magma.
There's not really much to investigate, Viridian. It's just dried, or not dried, hardened magma.
Just because you healthy don't think you be doing shit like that, bro.
Actually, there is a couple things that you'll be able to glean from this. Give me a nature check. Say DC 16.
Alright. I got a 19.
You poke around and identify it, or try to figure out, if there's anything more to this. You'll learn a couple things based on the strength of it and like how much there is and the relative warmth. You're about a mile or two off from the center of the volcano. So maybe within an hour or so, you'll probably make your way there, or I don't know, depending on how fast you walk. Hour or two maybe. And then you will also clock that this magma is kind of having a peculiar influence on the environment. Obviously, it's very hot, but it's also chock full of minerals and things that'll nurture the soil, kind of like a secondary progression type of thing. You start to form like an idea in the back of your head as you're kind of realizing that this is full of the nutrients and sustenance that will lead to a flourishing, forest or jungle environment. In a couple of years, the soil will be very rich, and all types of plant species will be able to grow. There might be something that you can do here to help with the adaptivity of the plant species in the area. But it's still a working idea. You're gonna need more evidence to really flesh it out.
You guys will see like Viridian's
and an optimist.
You'll see Viridian's body begin to tingle. And he'll look up in the sky. He'll drop whatever he's holding. And he'll be like, I'm on to something amazing.
So, you're a rock doctor and an optimist? Because this is a rock.
I am no optimist. I am an alchemist.
That's what I said.
You'll see him nod and be like, okay, I understand. You are people of a lower standard of education. I'll remember.
Viridian, what did you have to say? I'm shitting in the woods.
We'll look at the woods and be like, who the fuck is shitting in this? And no, Viridian will be like, that's good. It'll help the plants. Tell them to keep shitting.
I'm done now.
You can't just keep. I don't think that's.
One thing with trees this big is you just need like one leaf to cover the shit.
Just a point. Get over it.
Use the white?
Oh, Jesus.
You don't ask such disturbing questions.
Well, I'd rather know if he wiped than know that he didn't wipe.
Hey, trust they grow
Yeah,
not
so-
to wipe. At least give him that.
So I grabbed a leaf before I started, and while I was going, I ripped it out to little pieces, so it was like my own little toilet paper roll. Then I found a second leaf to cover it all up when I was done.
And you, man with the crown. Yeah, but he is part cat, so he might have just started licking himself. You never know.
No, that's no.
Oh.
No.
Come on.
Hey,
You all are disgusting. I'll tell you.
I'm surprised that
Keep
Grid,
it half foot distance from me.
surprising Grid didn't just smite you from beyond the grave.
I agree.
Why are you so deplorable?
Ingrid? That is one of your missing crew members, no?
Yeah.
Beyond the grave. Brady will raise
Well,
an
she
eyebrow.
kind of got hit by a whole space rock.
Yeah.
But I think she's alive.
Hit by a space rock. You seem to have a problem with rocks. Perhaps you need to pack an umbrella.
Not gonna lie, we kind of do.
Is it just gonna be you three coming with us? He's just looking at you. Let the three of you.
I guess, yeah.
Well,
We're more than enough.
well, he'll be like, well, Sky Guy, Joe, Murdoch. I hope we have a wonderful journey.
Oh, I like being called Joe.
Okay, wait.
Hell
Where the
no.
fuck are the others at, bro?
Is there
Is your doctor not coming?
Yeah,
Onya?
are you coming or no?
She is
Okay.
quite nice to look at if she keeps her distance.
Lucas, you there?
Born hasn't seen her the whole time, so he thinks that she's back at the doctor's room that we woke up at.
Is Lucas here?
Yeah.
No,
I'm not. No, I'm not here in this area.
Okay.
I'm still at the
What was
docks.
Anya doing?
Anya was just walking by herself.
Oh, okay. Got you. Long walks on the beach type thing. I feel you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you guys will keep pushing, and I guess we can cut over. Damn. It's unfortunate. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. We will go to Bang De Boom. You there, Pete?
Yep.
Alright, I'll drop you guys on this big ass map again. Okay.
Is there a map besides the big map? Because it's literally the only one that doesn't load on my.
Yeah, I got you. Coming in blurry. No, it's good. Swear to God, I had something for this.
Yeah, no, it's just that big map literally makes mine crash. So.
Ooh, we can use this. Alright, bet. Okay. Bang De Boom. You will find yourself as you walk around town. You will approach a big ass, ornate, almost mansion-looking thing. And as you approach the front gate, there'll be this heavy-set dude, about 40 feet tall. He's got like this big ass spear and copious amount of jewelry all over him. And it'll be like as you walk up to him, look you up and down, well, really just down. It'll be like, Waller sent you.
Yeah.
Lord Soros has been waiting. You can go inside.
So well, thank you very much.
The gilded gates will open and shut behind you with a resounding thud. You make your way into this ornate-looking place, and there'll be a couple of maids. They're about like 20, 25 feet tall. They will guide you to a little sitting room type of area. You can drop your token in here. We'll just say that it's like 4 times the size of it, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, if someone can tell me what his map is from, I'll give you an inspiration.
Marines.
Nope. You sit down and
It was Marines.
nope. You sit down.
He said, "What? You did it with me and regular."
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna stop asking these questions. I'm gonna keep getting cut
This
off.
is the interrogation room in
You can't be here.
Marines.
Yeah, no one got it. All right.
Bro, we literally both said
Yo,
the
man.
answer.
Shut the fuck up. Thank you.
It's actually
Bang,
the room
you
where
sit
we met
down.
one of the Hagens.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's it. You can take an inspiration. Okay. Bang, you sit down, try to make yourself at home. Although it's kind of difficult. I don't know if your character has been in a lot of ornate, expensive looking places. But after some time, the door will swing open and this hooded figure will march in. This guy's like one of the larger giants. He's near 60 feet, you can see. And he'll kind of sit himself across from you on the table or on the chair. And then he'll kick his feet up on the table. Let's see, grab his token real quick. This guy has like a bunch of expensive looking jewelry, and he has this dark hood over his face, over his head, covering his face. And you just see like a wide grin from the shadows as he seems to regard you. It will be like, what a little rabbit has Walla sent for me, huh? What can I do for you? One-leg man, small one-leg man. One-leg man that has planned to save village, huh? Maybe you are big, but you are small.
You're really harping on the small one leg thing, you know. I'm gonna be, and to be fair, I have 2 legs. It's just one's made of metal, you know what I'm saying? And I'll like kind of clink the leg. You have 2 legs.
I can see that. It's actually very impressive, the technology, now that I get closer and look at it. Very, very impressive. Did you make that?
Yes, indeed.
Now what would leg maker know about making ship to save village? Huh?
I've been making ships longer than I've been making stuff like this.
Why did you get into making ships and not legs?
The family business.
You made legs?
Ships.
I see. Was it because they didn't have legs?
What ship has legs?
No, the people on the ship.
Oh, no. You're too focused on the leg thing. I made myself a leg because I lost the first one.
How did that happen?
Building ships.
You lost your leg baking ship.
Yeah.
That seems very irresponsible.
I'm not that old, man.
Oh, you were a young child when it happened.
Well, young child, I think, is a matter of perspective. I think you just live a little longer.
How old are you?
I actually don't know how old. I'm like 19.
What?
21. Sorry, 21. That's what I put on my sheet. I didn't remember. I was only 3 off. So.
Alright. He'll raise an eyebrow and be like, oh, 21-year-old going to make a ship that will save village. Interesting, very interesting. Well, I must be going fucking crazy, huffing on wood fumes all day.
Well,
now what are you doing here? Huh?
Well, to make the stuff that's going to stop the volcano from destroying the ship, I need a mixture of different minerals and ores, things like that, to basically kind of come together and generate enough heat resistance for the bottom. That'll take a little bit of mixing and smelting and those type of things, but I won't bore you with the details. I'm here for minerals and ores. And she said you might have a lot of that stuff.
I might. I used to do a lot of business on an island called God Valley. Have you ever heard of it?
Yeah, not really, but it sounds cool.
It's a beautiful place. And it was very rich. You could find things there that you couldn't find anywhere else, like a haven of sorts for precious minerals and natural resources. A gold mine for someone interested in accruing wealth. His eyes will kind of light up.
My eyes will also light up. That sounds fantastic.
It was. Keyword, the was. One day, world nobles came down there. You ever seen one?
No, but I've heard about them.
Ugly motherfuckers. With these god-awful suits, bubbles around their head. They don't want to breathe the same air as us. It sickens me to even think about it. They started rounding up the villagers of the place, the citizens. Started playing this sick game where the citizens ran away and they would hunt them down. The flashier you killed them, the more points you got. They offered up prizes, very valuable items, devil fruits, weapons, things like that, worth tens of millions of berries, if not more, all for the price of human lives.
But wait, if you saw all this, how'd you make it out? It's not like I'm sure you probably didn't hide anywhere, no offense.
I wasn't there. I was 4 miles offshore, looking at it all through my telescope or my spyglass.
It's a pretty good spyglass.
It was. It's huge. It's made for someone like me, not someone like you. And then, you wouldn't believe it, pirates came. Rocks, Whitebeard, Roger, all the big names, they were there.
Wait, Roger, like Gold D or Gold Roger?
Gold Roger, one and the same. I guess you can call him Whitebeard, you'll call him Newgate. Yeah, it'll be like, I don't know why the hell they were there, but they showed up, as in the Marines showed up. The one they're calling the hero now, that's how he became the hero, fighting on that island. I don't know what they were fighting for or why, but for some reason they turned against Rocks, fought him. I didn't see what happened after that. I got out of town as soon as I saw Lindley. I kind of shivered. And then it'll be like, well, that was the last I ever saw of God Valley. The whole place disappeared. Tried making my way back a few weeks later, and I couldn't find it. That was 10, 11 years ago.
Wow. That's wild. But I mean, I've heard things here and there about this Lin, but I don't know, I don't know what makes you guys so scared of her. No one ever told me. Everyone always gets all quiet when I ask.
Kind of sit forward, and you'll see like his hood will kind of come up a little bit. You'll see these like golden locks of hair cascading down his shoulders. Not just like blonde, but like actual shimmering gold. It'll kind of have this, I guess his hair will be kind of similar to yours, like, but he'll have this like almost infuriated expression on his face as he starts like, he'll pull out like a cigar the size of you, light it up, take a puff. I'll be like, Linlin's a monster. As a kid, she used to live on Elbaf. I'm sure you heard of it. Giant island in the New World. It's where all the powerful giants are, or at least that's what they want you to believe. The real strong ones are down here. But she was strong enough as a kid to kill one of the giant elders. And ever since then, she's been on a reign of terror and havoc, destroying nations, capturing mountains of gold, strong enough to become one of the 4 emperors. 10 years ago, she came here. She's always wanted a giant husband, giant children, I think was her goal. And, no one's crazy enough to do it with her. But she came here because someone offered her a child. A giant child. Now, I'll tell you a secret, actually. It wasn't just any child. It was a chief offering her. Now, she didn't get the chief, obviously. She left with another child, a non-giant child. But before she left, she used her soul powers to turn the statues on this island. They're great things, let me tell you. They're meant to honor two warriors centuries ago. Two warriors that descended or defended this place when angels from up above attacked. They were meant to honor those two warriors. They were built with the strongest stone, most valuable resources. Everything that we had, we put into them. And they were supposed to protect us. But Linlin came and perverted all of that. She used her powers to turn them into her soldiers, gave them life. They've been rampaging around here ever since. If you sail too far from the island, they'll destroy you from afar. If you sail too close, they'll destroy you from afar. If you even run around in the forest, well, you ain't coming back. Every moment, we live in fear that they'll find the village and start wreaking havoc. We try, tracing them, tracking them, but we can never seem to figure out where they're going to go. It's like they know what we're doing before we do anything to them. They're a living reminder of what Linlin represents to us and to Giants overall. That's why we all hate Linlin. And that's why when we get to the new world, we're going to sail out and destroy all the Giants from Elbath and Elat and everywhere else. I'll make sure of it.
Well, hey, one of my big goals in life is to, make some weapons and things like that in the world that can kind of balance the scales, against folks like that. Because as you can see, not very big over here, but with the right weapon, you can take anybody down. So, give me some time. I'll make something great for you guys. Way better than my leg.
That's a cool leg. And you got a heart. There ain't a thing that can be done about those two things. They're too big. The only way is to get a Beaver card with Big Mom's power. A Beaver card of Big Mom. And you can control them with that. Or there's legends about a devil fruit, but I
wasn't talking about the little stone giants, man. Look, to be honest with you, there's a volcano that's about to blow up here. That's why I'm trying to make this ship. So we'll naturally get around those guys. Well,
that's the thing. I understand that you're here for something that can help protect the ship from lava and magma. And if I had something, I would have given it to Walla long ago. Well, if she hadn't come up with the idea yesterday. But there is nothing that I got that'll do anything against lava. All I got are precious jewels, gaudy things, jewelry, stuff like that. It ain't worth a dime against lava or magma or erupting volcanoes. The only thing that can withstand that is the stuff that we used to make those giant statues.
Which is...
What?
Which is what? What did you make the giant statues out of?
It's this really sturdy rock called stone.
Okay. Which is found where?
God Valley.
God Valley?
That's what I'm trying to tell you. There ain't none left. Only what's in the statues.
Wait, so I get these were like statues of like strong folks that that you guys had in the past and all that, but you're telling me all of you combined can't like knock one of these dudes off?
I'm almost 60 feet tall.
Yeah.
The strongest and tallest warrior in the village, Paul Bunyan. He's about 60 feet tall. Almost 70, actually. He and I together, and about 4 or 5 of the strongest warriors of the village, we set out about 5-6 years ago to try and destroy one of these things. And you'll see him like lift up a sleeve, and there'll be like these like red marks, or I guess like it'll kind of look like rotting skin almost. It'll be like crushed my arm whole, never healed back properly. Drank all the milk I could and it didn't do shit. You can't fight those things. Not only are they made of damn near impervious stone, but they've got the spirit of Big Mom inside them and the mannerisms and memories of 2 of the greatest warriors in Elat history. It ain't a fight you can win. So
And you're saying
you
you
gotta
don't
run
have
back.
any. You're saying you don't have any of this stone left.
Well, we used it all to make the statue. No one anticipated that Elat would, or that God Valley would disappear. Otherwise, I would be sitting on a mine full of it right now. Yup. Unfortunately, you're gonna have to run back to Walla and tell her that I ain't got shit for you.
I mean, do you have like regular metal, like iron, steel, like things like that? You know, I can mix them.
Yeah. I got iron, steel, nickel, copper, some bronze alloys.
Yeah, can like look. Obviously, I'm not very big, but can we like get somebody to send that over to the shop? Because if I can't get the stone, I should at least try to make something that'll be resistant enough, and then I'll find something else to disperse the heat. I guess.
You're saying a lot of big words, but I think you're doing something that's going over my head. Listen, I'll send some people down.
Yeah.
I'll send some people down, about a ton of each. Is that enough?
Yeah, that should be fine. And you know, in terms of my personal well-being, so those jewels and things like that you mentioned, I think a couple of those would be fantastic. That's just a personal opinion, but
yeah, we're talking business here, buddy, not personal.
Yeah. I just was throwing it out there.
I'll go ahead and reel it back in.
Let me see.
But if you do a good job,
can I try a healing word on his arm? since he only drank milk, like.
No, healing word. You would realize, even with your limited medical knowledge, that healing word ain't gonna do shit to his arm. This is one of those cutscene wounds. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Well, I was trying to think of ways to get him to just give me some of his, fast wealth.
But if you can impress me enough with this shit, I mean, I ain't really got much to do with these gold and jewels, so I could probably save you a couple £100 worth.
I'll definitely do my best. Have you ever thought about swapping that arm out and get a new model?
The arm still works.
Yeah, but like imagine that plus a gun.
Listen, no offense, but I'm a little bit more traditional. Sword and shield is my thing.
Sword and shield? I can put a shield in there. I can definitely put a sword in there.
A shield in my arm.
Yeah.
Huh. Draw me something, and I'll take a look at it.
Yeah, I'll work on it. I'm just throwing it out there. But yeah, definitely send that metal over. We can talk more about the arm later. But fireproof ship definitely comes first.
Yeah. Your name was Bang?
Boom. Name's Boom.
Boom. Soros.
Yeah.
Best of luck.
Thank you, sir. And I'll kindly take my exit.
Alright, over new in chat. You leave and let's see. We'll pan over, I think, to the guys in the forest. You guys are trudging along, doing your best to follow the path towards this tree. And as you're moving further and further into the forest, you'll realize that there's just like occasionally you'll spot like these wide swaths of land that are like crushed, like trees are flattened, logs and stone, grasses uprooted, revealing the earth. It's just flat land. These like huge circles. They're kind of like interspaced throughout, and you guys get the strange feeling that it's like almost like a path of footsteps. But yeah.
Meridian would be like, what
It seems like those giant fellows may still be alive.
Oh, shit.
No. From what they say, they are statues. I don't think the statues go bad.
Those
I
statues.
didn't even think about what the Viridian would be like. Oh, I wasn't thinking about those statues. I was talking about the ones that were sent to get that wood.
Wait, how big are these footsteps?
About like 10 to 15 feet diameter.
Oh, so these aren't the statue footsteps. Okay, sorry, I was tripping.
Oh, we found them, and maybe they could help.
Alright, you guys keep moving forward. And eventually you guys will spot what looks to be like a river bank. Like there's this searing heat coming off of it. And as you step closer, you will see that there is just a bed of like hot flowing lava cutting a trail through this forest. You follow it and you'll see what it looks like a bunch of streams, but they're all glimmering red lava. Where are we at?
Holy shit.
So, like, as we get closer to it, like, Joko's clothes will just start, like, rustling, like, vibrating slightly.
There'll be this like sharp noise in your ears. Something that sounds very similar to the word no, in like a whining tone of voice.
You shut it.
You're
We didn't
alright.
say anything.
Oh no, we are fine. We are fine.
Don't worry about him. He talks to himself sometimes. He'll swirl his hand around his ear to signify, he's a little bit cuckoo.
Well, it's not crazy to talk to you, so I talk to myself sometimes. That happens.
I'll look at Murdoch and say, "Hey, it seems like you found someone that's just like you, eh?" And give him a little shoulder bump.
I'm not talking to myself. I have someone in my head.
He probably thinks
see.
the same thing.
Murdoch
Think that
understand?
there's really something in my head.
Come on, you remember the big
Oh, you are
tentacle
quite
monster?
as normal as me and Murdoch?
Viridian will turn around to Murdoch and be like, "Have you seen a psychiatrist?" I've tried to get him to get to one, but he keeps denying, saying, "No, I'm fine. I'm okay."
No,
When he's not okay.
there's literally an entity in my head. Ask Yiga. He met him.
Yeah.
Is that true,
He was a
Joe?
skull with tentacles.
So
Yeah.
this is shared hallucinations.
Well, we did take them favorite seats.
See, I
Yeah,
was
it was-
avoiding
I
the
would-
detail on purpose.
Would my
Those
character
are
know about the
fun.
favor seeds? Chuck?
I guess actually, yeah, you probably would.
He'll be like,
You would know that they are like a very psychoactive stimulant, very powerful. There's really no use for them outside of extreme forms of torture and drug use in the recreational form.
he'll look at the two and be like, "Yeah. Don't take anything they say serious. This man might be crazy."
The feeds are actually pretty good. I threw him
It's
in.
true. Yo,
He's a stew.
You always know what to say, Viridian? Of course, they are crazy. We are not crazy.
You were just talking to yourself.
No. You three are crazy.
What? War wasn't there?
Now, if everyone
No.
else is crazy and you're not
Murdoch,
crazy, isn't
Yiga,
there a common denominator?
I am not crazy, Viridian says, pointing at himself.
Everybody has a little
don't-
crazy to them.
I don't think I'm
Keep you alive.
crazy.
We can all agree. We are all of some mind. Now let us carry on, no? We have things to get to.
Could I
About that.
could I try to gauge the temperature of this lava?
I will say, are you gonna like fucking dip a finger in or something? Like, what are you doing?
I'll take out a thermometer, bruh.
All right, you take out a thermometer. You have a thermometer, and you kind of
Dude,
dip.
I got a healer's kit. That's what I know.
Whatever it is that you're dipping into the lava, you will withdraw it to see that it is entirely melted.
Really, will click his tongue and be like, it's quite hot.
Nice
How's
one.
that from here, bro?
I will say, as you get closer, you're kind of like trying to stave off the heat. You get the feeling that any closer and you will be in serious danger. But from where you're at, you'll see a couple of interesting things. Both of them take a step back. You'll see a couple of interesting things. At first, you thought it was exposed earth, or exposed ground. But as you get closer, you'll see like all this brown stuff in the middle of the lava. These are tree roots. They've been kind of exposed by the ground burning up. But there's little pockets of fire here and there. But these are the wood. They're comprised entirely of wood. Parts of them are like blackened, almost like little bits of charcoal. But for some reason, there's a good bit of the roots that are withstanding the lava. For how long? Who knows? You will also see. I guess you guys will all kind of see this, but you'll see like these. They look like giant bugs, termites, centipedes, like worming their way in and out of the wood. They'll be like wriggling as they crawl out. Here.
Yo,
Wait,
I like to say. So what the fuck?
Right over here.
He said termites are wiggling out the wood.
I guess centipedes is more accurate, but I guess just imagine like long ass termites. But they're like wriggling out of the wood and then carving these holes as they burrow back in. They seem to be just as scared of the fire as you guys.
Viridian, upon realizing that the tree is somehow or these tree roots are somehow surviving the heat from the lava, he'll be like, "Is this the Adam tree?" And his eyes will get starry, and he'll immediately try to jump on one of the roots to investigate it.
All right, jump and land on the tree roots. The first thing you'll feel is that they are very incredibly fucking hot. In fact, I'm gonna need a con save as you land. DC 16.
Looks like we're having cooked deer for dinner. I gotta find some seasonings for that.
Yeah, you guys will smell venison.
You wash up back there. I will cook you for dinner sooner.
You will take 16 fire damage, Meridian. This is incredibly fucking hot. As you land, you'll feel like a shock of burn. There's only but a split second to investigate. I'll say you can make a nature check, but I'm gonna impose disadvantage because of the conditions.
Hold on. I think I might have something for this. Actually, no, I don't. Let me just do it. Nature. I'll use my inspiration.
All right. With a 20, briefly but surely you're able to like try and figure out what the fuck is happening here. You will see that there is like the kind of like the spots where the lava is making contact with the wood. You saw it before, but there's like a very thin layer of charcoal that's basically doing something equivalent to like the Leidenfrost effect. It is forming like a very thin barrier between the trees and the lava, and it seems like the moisture inside of the tree is fueling this barrier to keep the lava from going inwards and just burning it all alive. So yeah, you will have a very brief moment to gather information, but the key thing that you'll come across is that the Adam tree is fighting the lava by basically pumping moisture and water out of its roots to form a barrier.
Could I take? Okay, never mind. I'm not gonna take anything from it.
You can stay longer, but you're gonna have to make another constant.
Could I try to go and say that animal, or does it seem hostile?
The termite?
Yeah.
It definitely doesn't seem hostile.
I see. Could I even do anything to save it for real?
You trying to carry?
Wow. Nah, I'm not that strong. Viridian will look at the what's it called? The termite with a saddened expression before deciding to leave. And
All right. You will, I guess, like as you kind of scan, you'll see the termite, and then you will see a whole bunch of them all over the place. They are, wriggling as they're like crawling out of the wood, and they're trying to find a place, some form of safety, but it seems like they can't. They're trapped. You will also see a very strange sight in the middle of the lava. Just like casually. Yeah. In the middle of the lava, kind of just like floating on something. You're not quite sure what. There is a man. He's laying on his back, and it's almost like he's suntanning in the middle of the lava bed.
All right. Should I put my token back to where it was? But I was gonna say, yo, about realizing that this is fucking termites. He won't be sad anymore. He'll be like, die. What the fuck, nigga? I can't believe I was feeling bad for termites.
Like bugs are bugs. You know what I'm saying?
Now these bitches is highly invasive, bro. They need to die.
Good riddance. Now, how exactly are we getting across? Because I'm looking at a lot of hot stuff.
There's a guy over there. He's sunbathing or something.
Who
Hey, that is the guy I met earlier.
is that?
Hey, some Orcan or
Murdoch.
Ah, yes.
Choco. You said his name was Murdoch, Choco.
Oh yes, he was Murdoch, but he said his name was Orcan, I believe. Orson.
Do you know? Is this who?
From what I'm understanding, it's my father. Avers said he was on this island.
Yeah, I thought the names were quite similar. I don't know, but I thought maybe he was an older brother.
I mean, if there's an Orson Jr. and I have a brother, that's a whole new set of information to me.
Oh, that'd be crazy. What?
Using? Are you on good terms with your old man? You want to go see him or not?
What's it called? Rudy will look at Yiga, be like, you seem to struggle with understanding this.
Oh, I think I get it. It's just he's in lava.
He's on something.
Wouldn't that still be hot? I mean, I'm not no scientist. You know what I'm saying?
That depends on what he's on.
Oi! I'll call out. Oi!
Oh, damn.
Get there.
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, you sure that's your first mate here? You sure he is on good terms with his papa?
You cup your hands and yell, and you'll see this guy will like perk his head up. You'll see that he's not exactly he's not really sitting on anything. There's really nothing but thin air between him and the lava, and it'll be the most curious thing. This guy will like kick off of the air itself, and begin walking through the sky, very similar to Avers, as he begins to walk over to you guys. He'll land with a thud, slightly smoking. This guy's human, you can tell. And he'll kind of look at each of you guys with a puzzled expression, stopping and looking at Murdoch for a beat longer than anyone else.
I'll
And then he'll
look
turn
back
to
at
you.
him with the raised eyebrow.
He'll kind of shake his head, and then he'll look back at you, Joko. Be like, "What's up?"
Hey, is it not the Orson? You want to play another game real quick before I head along? Oh, by the way, is this your little one right here? He says he is Murdoch too.
He'll take a look at Murdoch again and kind of squint this time.
I'll move up to him, like look him up really close.
He'll sniff you back.
What the fuck is going on?
Man.
Yeah,
On terms. I mean, I think.
Brady will be
It
like, this is quite the reunion.
I thought King Dare killed you.
I thought King Dare killed you.
Dad?
Son!
Oh my
Oh,
god!
wait.
And I'm just gonna grab him and hug him.
He'll hug you back, a bone-crushing hug, and you'll feel like some tears fall on your shoulder. He'll pull you back, and he'll let out like a laugh, wiping the tears from his eyes, and he'll be like, I thought you were dead. Holy shit, son.
I thought that too. I got taken in by the freedom fighters. I learned that you weren't dead yourself. We met your buddy Overs.
You met Overs. So you were on Hagen. You saw Kozuki Village.
Yeah. We actually just took care of the whole Hagen family.
I think I read about that in the papers, actually. You're doing a hell of a job. It's not you killed the king on
2 kings now.
on Bollywood.
Yeah.
And then that's why they're calling you Kingsway, huh?
Yeah.
I'll be damned. I'll be damned.
Apparently you put up quite a show in Wano too yourself.
Yeah. That's neither here nor there. Look at you. You're so tall. Are these your friends? I've seen you. He'll kind of point at you, Yiga. Like, you were in the papers, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's my
yeah.
captain, Yiga Yujao, and behind there, that's Born. That's our cook. He's from Skypea. We actually went.
Went up to the sky. Nice to meet you, man. Nice wings.
Nice to meet you too. Oh, darn it.
I'm not from Skypea, but it's okay. It's okay. This is beautiful.
Jesus, boy, get it together, man.
Is he alright?
Yeah, no, he's bagged up. He's probably delirious, you know what I'm saying? But it's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Thanks for staying with my son, keeping him safe. I can't believe this.
I mean,
I can't believe this.
Son's a hell of a fighter.
Damn straight he is. This boy who like clapped Murdoch's shoulder. He killed the king of Minion Island.
He's not.
He was just a kid. Damn right, he ain't stopping. Well, listen, I would love to sit down and chat with you guys, but what the hell are you doing here? You didn't hear? This shit ain't safe. This area ain't safe.
No. Well, these 2 fine gentlemen, and I'll point to Joko, or I'll step aside and show Joko and Meridian, have a plan to save the tree.
But Viridian will let out a cough and be like, yes, and before this reunion, you know, we were making quite the quick progress, quite the pace, and I'm on to something amazing. I just learned some crazy information.
Huh?
I see.
Yes.
Well,
There
I won't
is
stop
hope.
you.
The Adam Tree is fighting back, and I will help it fight back.
Okay. Listen, I don't mean to stop you, And son, I mean, you're a grown man. You know what's good and what isn't. I'm not gonna babysit you after this long. But I got a job for myself. I'm looking for a couple of people. Just stay safe, all right? And I'll meet back up with you in the village. We got a lot of catching up to do.
Wait, isn't Mr. Rasil supposed to be with you?
Yeah, I'm trying to find him. Yeah. It was the weirdest thing. He told me he had a dream. His daughter told him to find a big rock, and he ran into the forest. I'm trying to figure out where the hell he went.
Yeah, that sounds like something Ingrid would manage to do, even... He was, his daughter was on our crew. And by was, I mean, he kind of died.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, son. It's never easy losing a comrade.
Sounds like a lot of people ain't dying like
Murdoch's gonna give a glare to
no,
Viridian.
just-
Not now, buddy.
No, brother, this is the same modem they have been talking about.
Before you leave, how are you on that level?
What are you talking about?
You floating on
Yeah.
lava.
Yeah,
How you do that?
the Geppo.
Bless you.
I didn't sneeze.
No, what is it?
Thanks. Geppo.
But jeez, you like Elat pond.
I think it's one of those things that Offers was trying to teach Onya, Captain.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. Ours is better at it than me, but it's shit that Cypherpole uses. Pretty handy when it comes down to it.
Yeah,
So Ours was teaching one of you.
Yeah, our doctor. Not gonna lie, could come in handy for me too. The amount of time I've almost fell in the water.
It is very useful for us devil fruit users.
What, you too?
Oh, you didn't know? Smile. And then you'll see his face shift and move as the transforms in front of you. As his size will change, it'll grow a little bit bigger. I don't have a token for it. But you will adopt the form of a dog-human hybrid. And there'll be like a little text box underneath them that pops up. And it'll say, Inu Inu no Mi model. I don't remember what it was, but that's what the text box will say. Yeah, it was what's his face? That one cycle guy's his fruit, right?
Jabba?
Yeah, it's the wolf.
Jackal.
Yeah.
Well,
What was it, the wolf fruit?
Wolful Jackal.
No,
Whatever
it was
Jabra
wolf.
is.
Oh, it's Wolf. Yeah. The guy at Alabasta was the Jackal.
Well,
Yeah.
oh, you're
Damn.
so you're a dog devil fruit model. This is kind of awkward, Dad, because I mean, look at this.
Avert thine eyes, unless you're his dad.
You guys will see Murdoch turn into his patented form. Joke on Viridian. This is the first time you guys have seen this. You will feel involuntarily this like thrill of fear running through you as you look at it.
Oh, sorry, you too. And I'm gonna subdue it with my passive skill. Sorry, guys.
All right.
Yeah,
You'll notice. You'll notice that like everyone else has like a little bit of fear in their eyes as they're looking at you, but your father is staring straight at you with this like look of adoration and pride. Like clap another hand on your shoulder. You'll see dog and cat staring at each other. It'll be like, so you did eat it. Damn. I'm proud of you, son. Everything that you've done. Find me when you're back in town. We've got a lot of talking to do, especially about this food of yours.
For sure, old man.
Okay.
And I grab him by the forearm. Really good to know you're alive.
He'll grip your forearm just as tightly. He'll be like, you as well. And with that, he will give you a nod and give the rest of you guys nods and kick up into the air. Slowly turn into a dot as he descends into or ascends into the sky, I should say.
So,
Wow.
I'll go back to human form. Just turn around with the biggest smirk on my face. Like, that's pretty cool, eh, guys?
That's clear to my dad, I'll say that.
He is quite a fellow. So I see you are a devil fruit user. What exactly the fuck was that when you first transformed?
So,
I do not have enough fear of cats.
yeah, well, you know, when I was saying I have someone living in my head earlier. It's, well, from what we know so far, his name is Phobos, and he's some sort of entity that has dominion over fear. And that's what you felt right there.
Phobos?
Sounds cool.
Is there
That's the
not
guy
a,
we met. In his
is
head.
there not a planet out there named Phobos?
Maybe. You're talking about something like bigger islands in the Black Sea? That's on top of the White Sea?
This man
I
just
have
said
a
the
friend
bigger
who-
island.
I have a friend who is quite interested in all of those big islands, as you call them.
Do not stoop to their level, brother.
Hey, I mean, it'd be interesting to talk with him if you ever come across him, yeah.
Maybe we will have the opportunity one day. But for now, I think we have been held up long enough. Are you ready to press on?
I guess.
Right behind you.
I
There's
sure
really no way back.
am. Where are you going?
Which direction are we going? Where are we going? What?
Well, I'm asking you where you going because you were taking a step. I'm just curious.
Well,
How exactly are we
I
supposed
thought
to
you were
get
taking
across
us to the
this
roots.
lava?
We're going to the tree. We can move around this route.
Well, either we go up it or go over. Honestly, the quickest way might be up. Actually, it might be no, it might be up.
I say the quickest way and the safest way is around. I'm telling you, friend.
I don't want to deal with that. What?
All
You
right.
say you don't want my help? Okay.
Okay. You guys will puzzle and try to figure out the best way to tackle this particular obstacle. And while that is happening, I'm gonna cut back to the village.
Yo, guys here use the text chat to brainstorm together.
But
I guess I shouldn't do the big ass map. So this shit is like my shit too. God damn.
let me mute myself so I don't hear my clack.
No need to drop your token, Lucas. But this is the village. While you are walking around town, trying to find the answers to your biggest question. What exactly does that entail? Take us through it.
Well, Anya has there's a myriad of things that she wants to know about. Like, well, obviously the immediate things that she's thinking about is Azrael and like the things he said about the God's Knights. But I mean, she heard a little bit of information about that the other day. But she also is trying to see if she can find any trace of like Babel or anything, like any information that the town might have, because like this isn't far from the entrance to the Grand Line, so she kind of wants to know. Wait, is Elat, or is that the opposite outside? Is it close to the entrance to the Grand Line?
Not really. No.
No, it is.
But I get what you're saying.
Okay. Yeah. So basically, yeah, she's hoping that she can find, like, even though if it seems like she's like she wants to see if she can catch some information some of the things that's been addressed to her throughout the journey.
All right, give me a investigation check.
Okay. Ooh. Okay.
With a 14, you spend a good bit of time just in your own thoughts, wandering around town, and you're trying to, figure out anything about anyone, anything that might lead you to any type of answers with all the uncertainty whirling around in your head. You will see a couple of interesting things. I'll give you a bunch of scenarios, and then I'll let you pursue what you think Onya would pursue. I will say you will see a bunch of giants arguing in the middle of the town square. One of them is waving a loaf of bread around that's about the size of you. And as you look at the loaf of bread, you're reminded distinctly of the loaf of bread that you saw in the sky.
Oh yeah.
You will also see. You'll also see the chief of the village, Skin Tone B, this pink-haired woman with a bandana around her head. She's kind of at a stall discussing something with someone, and as you pass by, you distinctively hear the phrase "three-eyed," which kind of is something in the back of your head. And then finally, you will see as you're like walking through, you will see a heavily bandaged individual. This guy isn't really a giant. He seems to be a little bit on the shorter side, and his proportions are a little bit weird. He's like all upper body, very little lower body, heavily bandaged, hard, and he's kind of just like sitting on the side of the pier. There will be like a small bird on his shoulder talking to him that you would recognize as Finch. What's Onya doing?
So you're saying the bird is talking to the guy?
Yeah, Finch. Well, I guess it wouldn't be a bird. It would be Finch.
Okay. It would be Finch. Okay.
You'll see like the bird land and then turn into Finch and start talking to this guy.
All right. Yeah, Anya's gonna, stay out of sight and hope that she can hear anything from the conversation.
All right. The between Finch and the dude.
Yeah.
I bet. Finch will be chatting away. She's gonna just be like pestering this guy with questions. Where did he get those bandages from? Where is he from? Why does he look different compared to everyone else on the island, albeit a little bit strange proportion-wise? And this man, he's kind of been down in the dumps, but seeing someone talking to him will kind of pick his spirits up a little bit, and they'll start chatting back, and they'll have this little rapport going between them. He'll basically start telling her about his life. He'll tell her that he is a race that the world government wants hunted down. He's something known as a buccaneer. He himself doesn't really understand the significance of that heritage, but he knows that his kind is prized very, very widely and greatly as slaves. And he'll basically tell her how he used to be a slave. He used to be up in the skies of Mary Joie, atop the Red Line, and he used to, stay in the grimiest, dirtiest parts of the castle, living a miserable life, working hand over hand, 24 hours a day to feed these disgusting, despicable God's Knights, or not God's Knights. Well, no, and then I guess he'll also say that working for the God's Knights was part of that. He'll say how he was like the personal retainer for a God's Knight that was exceptionally powerful. So, he'll shudder to even say the name, but he'll say that he had to do despicable acts. This God's Knight basically had their way, going around place to place, acting like a god amongst people, and terrifying them. It was a horrible existence, he says.
During the conversation, as she hears this, Anya's just wondering, like, why would Azrael desire such a path? Like, it's like because she's still coming kind of wrestling with the whole thing, like what happened to turn the Azrael she knew back at Rando Island to what she saw the other day, basically. And like she knew that Azrael was getting big for his britches, but she's still wondering why he got to this point, and just hearing what this poor guy describes the God's Knights, it sounds completely repulsive to her.
It does. And Anya's like struggling to come to terms with what exactly that has to do with Azrael. But you kind of start to put the pieces together, and you start to realize that maybe the Azrael that you knew and spent a good time with wasn't actually the real Azrael. Maybe the person that you saw in that iron cloud, the one that picked apart his own face and made you implant a chaos shard into him, maybe that's the real Azrael. So it's an unsettling thought. As this guy continues yapping with Finch, he'll tell her about how he escaped, how he threw himself off of the Grand Line in an attempt to find salvation, and he was saved by a giant by the name of Morley. This person, or this giant, protected him, nursed him back to health along with a bunch of people known to him as the Freedom Fighters. Told him to come here, that he would find sanctuary here, that he would be safe. So he was on the seas for several years. One way or another, he found himself here. And he's been here for about a few months, but it's been the happiest that he's ever been. And then I guess I'll finish off by telling her his name. Kuma. No, I'm playing.
No.
I will say Roomba. Yeah. His name is Roomba.
All right. Okay, then once she realizes the conversation's over, she'll begin to walk away. If that's okay, like Finch can be the only one who notices her walking away.
All right, you trudge out of the shadows and begin to walk off, and Finch will kind of turn a side eye to you. She'll have like a mildly concerned expression, but she'll leave you to your own devices. As you continue walking, you will see Tuo attempting to climb the big ass town hall that you guys saw earlier. Thing is like 300, 400 feet in the air, and Tuo is hanging off the side of it, climbing it.
Anya will approach, and she wondering like why she's scaling it. She's not in the close enough to ask yet, but she's getting a closer look.
All right, you'll see Tuo's making good progress. She's like climbing bit by bit, and I guess with your enhanced observation skills, you will see that she's got this like determined look on her face. It's as if she's trying to prove something, perhaps just to herself by climbing this thing.
Anya will keep watching, trying to figure out what she's planning to do once she climbs up.
All right, it's gonna be a long ass time.
Okay.
A couple, like at least 30 minutes. Actually, can someone roll an athletics from Tuo?
I could do that unless somebody else's.
Yeah, go ahead. I think they got some shit.
Whoops.
All right. Tuo was like bit by bit trying to climb this thing, but at one point, she'll hit a wrong rock, and her gait, or her what's the word? Her grip will falter. She'll slip, barely catching herself as the rock beneath her gives way. With a startled scream, she will begin to fall. You have but a few seconds to act. Anya, what would you like to do?
Anya will rush towards the location under Tuo and attempt to catch her.
She has fallen a couple 100 feet here. Even if you catch her, the impact might be enough to crush them both.
All right, Anya will create like a pool of sludge under where Tuo is falling, and hopefully that will cushion the fall.
All right, give me will be a good thing for this. I'll say sleight of hand, maybe. Yeah.
Sleight of hand? Okay. Oh, yes.
All right, nice. This is going to cost you a devil fruit charge, but you kind of like thrust your wrist forward, and there'll be these ropes of sludge that come out of your on some Spider-Man shit, I guess. You let out these tendrils of sludge that form like a balloon, a gelatinous trampoline that Tuo with a muffled thump falls into. The sludge will be just enough to cushion her fall, and it will give away, leaving her smelling pretty shit on the grass. She'll kind of look up at you as you approach. She'll be like, "Holy shit! Almost died. Thanks, Onya."
What were you doing up there?
I don't know. It was the tallest thing in this village. I just wanted to climb it, get my mind off things.
Had a lot on my mind too, but why climb that?
I like climbing tall things. You remember that castle in Hagen? I was gonna climb the whole thing myself. I did, actually. It's my dream one day to climb the Red Line. I heard that there's a place on top of it where the most powerful people in the world are. I want to see that place.
That's great, but you should probably have at least somebody around next time you do that.
Yeah. I mean, that's what Who was for, right?
Yeah.
But while she isn't here, I guess you watch my back. Thanks. You okay? You didn't go with the others into the forest?
No, kind of had a rough night last night. Just a repeat of what happened the night before, and thinking about a lot of other things that's happened to me on the journey.
Kind of shiver involuntarily. She'll be like, I don't really want to think about those things either. Oh, man.
Yeah, also I didn't really feel up to traveling very far. Because Anya will basically touch around her abdomen area. And she was like, kind of half felt like some kind of phantom pain. The wound is healed, but I still feel pain, even though the wound isn't there anymore.
What, did someone punch you in the stomach?
No.
Was it Kent?
It was a spike from the Iron Cloud.
Oh.
It was when the rock hit the ship.
Oh. Oh, so that fishman guy, he saved you? What was his deal anyway? Why was he so obsessed with you?
I wish I knew.
Well, he's gone, right? That's what you said? He disappeared?
Well, I don't know for sure if he's dead or not. All I know is that he's vanished, and it has something to do with the power of the Chaos Shards. But the things he was saying to me prior to him disappearing, just scaring me.
Kind of pick herself up, and she'll be like, well, we don't really have time to be pussy about it on you.
You're right. As what?
You want to train?
Yeah, I need to get my mind off this stuff for now.
All right, let's do this. She'll adopt a fighting stance and jump at you. we will pan out of there. Bang de boom. You once you left the rich dude's place, did you want to go back to the shipyard, or are you heading into the forest to the tree? Or are you doing some other shit?
I'm probably gonna head into the forest, make my way towards the tree.
I bet. Okay. You head out of town, head into the forest, following the trail. As you're leaving, you'll hear whoops of exhilaration from near the water. Kent will be like, I got one! I caught it with my leg. But yeah, you follow the trail, and although you're a bit behind everyone else, I guess you'll catch up to them as they're in the middle of arguing about the what's happened or what the best course of action here is. I don't know what conclusion you guys came to. Holy shit, man. Damn.
We going around the tree.
So what?
And also, another
Yeah.
thing, why don't we use this? We could use this to maybe, keyword, maybe solidify the lava. As Born pulls out a freestyle.
One of them dials. I mean, I've seen them doing crazy things, so it might work. I don't know.
Meridian shrugs and begins to walk around the moving lava.
It's a shame we lost the hovering board that Nguyen made for Chuma.
Bruh, I don't even want to think about it. The money that's coming out of my pocket. I know it's gonna go out of my pocket.
Knew he's gonna kill Captain.
God, I see it now.
Who is this Nui that you are so afraid of?
She's a genius inventor from the Tonka Tonka tribe.
Tonka.
Yeah, they're like
You know,
really tiny.
She's smaller than all of us, but she'll whoop all of our asses. Even you, Joko.
Then I will keep my eye out for this little inventor. Alright. Viridian seems to think that the best way is to go around. I'm liable to follow my brother.
Oh, hey guys! I didn't expect to. You guys would still be here.
We have been debating aggressively.
Oh, hold on.
We're debating on who to cook first. That's what we were debating.
Nobody's cooking anybody. No cooking.
Listen, all I'm saying is that Viridian has a lot less fur on him than Murdoch does whenever he's in his big bulky form. It would be easier for me as a chef to prepare Viridian rather than Murdoch.
Yeah.
You know you have quite a lot of meat on your bones yourself.
You know who you're starting to sound like, Sky? You're starting to sound like Kent, and I'm not sure I'm a fan of it.
Well, do you have any food on you?
I point both of my arms towards the forest. There's probably something in there.
Oh.
I thought he was about to point to one of us, too.
You big dumb dress up angel, I can feed you if you need food. But I thought you were some sort of cook. Can't you make food from anything you find?
Yeah. Them big old
and
bugs.
I found a deer.
No. He's not a he's a what is he again?
He's an antelope.
Okay.
Joko's like
Antelope.
focusing with everything in his mind.
I mean, did you guys not eat before you left the village? Like, I feel like it hasn't been that long.
I mean,
food is not a problem.
I ate a hell
This
of
man
a lot
is
of food
just
during the banquet last night.
This man is just a psychopath.
It would have been nice to have been able to eat during the banquet.
Well, I ate like three whole ramen noodles, and given the size that they were, that's a lot.
Joko
Return to
will
Sky
like
and be
march
like,
up to Sky, like getting real and say, "What, you need food? Are you hungry, big man? You are hungry? You cannot focus on the mission. You are hungry? Do you need food? I can give you food right now, like a little baby. You need food?" And he'll use
What is
use
this?
a
What is
react.
this?
Let's keep moving.
Does anyone hear
Alright.
anything as Born is actively trying to push Joko?
Boom, you coming with us or you going your own way?
I mean, I'm headed to the tree. I gotta, take some readings, measurements, that kind of thing while I wait on this stuff to get delivered.
Well, the tree's right here.
Well,
Apparently this is part of the
Joko
tree.
is gonna
yes, I understand this is part, but this is not where I'm headed. No.
Well, yeah, you can
Joko's
tag
gonna
with us.
use his stored goodberry to summon some goodberries and just shove two of them into Born's chest. And he's going turn and walk.
What meal am I supposed to make with these?
You should
This
really.
isn't enough meat.
It's the most important meal of the day. Thought a chef might know that.
Oh, I got some.
What am I supposed to do with 2 berries?
I mean, hey,
Put them in that big
You
mouth
eat 'em.
and make that your mouth useful for something.
I ate
This
breakfast
isn't
in
enough for food. I have ingredients. You gave me more ingredients. I need meat. Pause.
Why are you so hungry right now? What have you been doing?
I mean, he was pretty injured, so his body probably craving nutrients.
I will say you guys have all been walking for like multiple hours in pretty shit conditions. You're all a little bit hungry and maybe cranky.
You know what? Joko's just gonna toss a good berry out to the rest of these fools. How many people we got here?
I'll
There's
hand
six.
one of the ones that you handed to me over.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I'm pretty sure
Alright.
I have food, so I think I'm just gonna eat.
6. Then I'll hand one to Murdoch and Viridian and Yiga. Or just Murdoch and Viridian.
Good berries.
Yeah, we're in
Use
one.
them for a
Where
full
are my
day.
rations?
That's
Oh,
why
I
you
do
just
have
handed
my
them.
rations.
We'll take a bite. Not a good berry.
Yeah, you like
Tastes pretty good. Haha, no pun intended.
Oh wait, I got 1 HP.
Hell yeah.
Oh, you like the taste of those berries in your mouth?
Viridian's eyes will widen. I didn't say anything out loud.
What?
Alright, I'm following my boy over here.
Alright, you guys are moving. I just want to double check that you guys spent like 10-15 minutes arguing in the chat and the best idea you came up with was to go around. That's what we're doing.
yeah.
Well, I asked if we're going somewhere specific or we're just trying to find the best way up, but I didn't get a response.
I mean, I'm going to the biggest opening I can find in the tree to figure out how we're about to get up this thing. So,
My the only reason I'm going around is because my character felt the heat of fucking stepping on that shit. So I'm like, I'm good on that.
yes,
shit,
magma
shit.
is hot.
Alright.
So,
Joko is willing to take any plan that leads away from lava.
Nope.
When in the forest, follow the one with antlers, as they say.
I think I read that in a book once.
Yeah, they do say that.
Alright. You guys will notice that any wildlife in the area is now gone. These areas this environment is a lot less hospitable. And you get the feeling that anything here is something that's not affected by the fumes, the heat, something probably very big and made of stone. You have essentially arrived in the stomping grounds of these massive statues. So I will ask for a collective. I'll ask for stealth checks from everyone. The lower sum total, the better.
Stealth check.
Wait, you're asking for what checks?
Stealth checks.
You said the lower the sum total, the better.
For him.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will use
Slap
one of
on my-
inspiration.
Slap on my advantage real quick.
Alright, 37, 59. So using your inspiration, 79.
Oh, wait, let me use a
Yep.
psionic die on mine.
So it's the 20
Alright.
instead of the 8.
Oh man, let me see
I'll
that roll.
do I'll use enhance
Let me
ability.
use another
Yeah,
psionic die.
Murdoch doesn't want to be out stealthed by
22.
2 people immediately.
Crazy the dude with one leg is the stealthiest among this group.
Nah,
Joko.
it's Joko.
I would say except Joko.
Oh, actually, we
I would
have,
say
we
using,
have the same stat. Yeah.
Actually, no, I'm good. I think the I think these guys got it. I think they could. Oh wait, no, this nigga got an 8. I might have to go up too.
No, I used an inspiration for it to be a 20, but the lower
Alright,
it
we
is,
good.
the easier it is for them to see us.
Wait,
Okay, I guess I'll increase it too.
you're
I'll
in
use
heavy
my
armor.
enhance ability to
All right,
So
you
fucking
guys will
bring the
see. You'll see.
Oh my! It's an
Viridian.
11 either way.
Okay. It's advantage, right? If you use the pill. Oh,
Yeah.
you rolled it already. Okay. I think that's 112. Just waiting
At
on
least
you,
I got
man.
it.
It's 112, and everything else 20 or above.
No, I'm saying the total is 112.
Oh, 42,
At least for my count.
30, 79, 2, 101.
Oh, I guess I counted the 11 twice. Yo, who man? Come on, man.
Whom, man. Gotta keep it respectful in here.
Is you?
Oh man, it's crazy.
Dude, you haven't rolled it, but what do you mean you see?
You scroll up.
Bro, that's 2 GM. I don't do that shit. Shut the fuck up on me.
Okay, I'm fine.
121.
That was my berries in his mouth.
Yeah, what the fuck? Bro.
That's wild.
Yo, who man, bro? Come on, man.
You-
Oh,
rolled
I see.
You
My
did
bad. My bad. Alright. Okay,
you.
121. So
That's like an average of 20. That's pretty good.
Alright. You guys are going around the long way around, I guess. You will see again those like massive swaths of flattened land that you have now come to the collective conclusion that these are the footsteps, the trails of these giant statues. It's difficult really to fathom how big they are, but judging by the size of their feet, footsteps, they're at least somewhere between 300 to 400 feet tall, you guys would reckon. But yeah, you will keep pushing, keep moving, and eventually you will come across a massive trunk. This looks less like a tree trunk and more like the side of a fucking cliff. It stretches out into these massive branches that cover the place entirely, shrouding it in shadow. The ground underneath is riddled with lava and holes that cast light all over the place, giving it an insidious glow. Those little pieces of charcoal that you guys saw caking the sides of the roots, they're now forming like these structures, basically like giant hunks and chunks of charcoal. And there'll be like various slits and cracks that you guys can see that seem to be big enough to fit a person into, or maybe multiple, maybe like a fucking giant person or something. But either way, one way or another, there is a venerable cliff in front of you. And there is what looks to be, at least you think, you've arrived at the base of a treasure tree, an atom tree, if you will. We'll say that you take a second to take in the grandeur, the splendor of this place, and we'll call it there. Pick back up in about a week to see what happens next. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for being here, being engaged. As always, thanks to everyone watching. We'll be back in a week.
Good. All right. So, as we end in front of the world's biggest scratching post, thank you for watching, everyone. We will be back soon. And as usual, the details to who's who in the session and the link to the Eternal Dawn Discord is there as well. That is the place to go if you want to talk One Piece, want to see some theories, want to maybe offer to run a game like this, maybe want to join an upcoming one that might be posted, or it's just a nice little server to go chill into. So check that out. There's also links to other similar campaigns, and otherwise, thank you for watching. See ya.